How about an easy day but with a little stretch? Hi everyone, Cristin here, and we are continuing with our Enchanted Winter Quilt with our sponsor Daylily Fabric Shop. So today I'm thinking a very easy day but with a little stretch if you choose, totally optional. So let's talk about what we've already done. Oh my goodness, we've already done so much. So today it's officially 1 week. You won't see this video for a couple of days, but for on my end it's Tuesday, so we've been doing this exactly 1 week, and we already have a bunch of blocks done. So I'm so proud of us. So we have both snowflake blocks done. Woohoo! Pretty fun. And then we have that mittens block, so darn cute. Oh my goodness, don't you love all the curly cues on here? That is just so fun, and that was so easy to do with our wash away stabilizer. And then we have that snowman block. Now the snowman block took some time. I know, I agree. Everybody's talking about how much time this one took. Just imagine all of those stops and taking photos of every single thing, and then writing on the tutorial comments on every single picture. So this one was a lot for sure. It's a big block and it had lots and lots of applique pieces, so it definitely took some time, but we did it and we did a great job. And now while I'm filming this, everyone is working on their pieced blocks, and I've seen a couple already come through. You guys are so fast, I can't even keep up, my goodness. So we did both pieced blocks. So those are so cute, so fun. I love these, and they came out fantastic. I absolutely love them. And this was a fun stretch too, to learn how to do these on Embellishment Essentials. So that was a good one. So now we're going to work on our border blocks for section 1. So it's just a couple of border blocks today, not any big deal at all, except we will stretch a little bit on one of them. So 2 border blocks. So what I did is I made packets for each block, but then I also made one for section 1, section 2, and section 3 for the filler blocks. And for the first section, section 1, there's only 2 blocks. So it's going to be a very easy day today. I'm excited. After all that hard work we did all week, it's nice to get a little break. In fact, I'm even going out tonight with my husband. He got us tickets to a movie. So we're going out, date night, pretty fun, and dinner at my in-laws. So kind of lots of excitement of finishing a very full week of embroidery and quilting, and so now we get to enjoy a little bit. So today the border blocks, they are on page 45, and they don't have all the information there, but I'm going to give you all the information, so don't worry. So like I mentioned in the prep video, I've always recommended cutting our border blocks. I call them border blocks. They're border blocks, filler blocks, whatever works for you. But I've always recommended cutting them a 1/2 inch larger, so that in case any of that stitching pulls in, you've got room, and then we'll cut them down afterward. Well, now Kimberbell is doing that in their instructions. So perfect. So that made it super easy. So we have 2 fabrics today, super simple. The first one is this aqua, like I was saying, the tufted, and we're going to start with this at 9 by 3. All right, 9 by 3, and I did back mine with fusible stabilizer. I do recommend doing that on all of our main fabrics, and this is our main fabric for our filler block. All right, so 9 by 3, and then our batting is going to be the exact same, 9 by 3 for your batting. All right, 9 by 3 for your fabric and your batting. This is for filler block number 1. Now we are going to quilt this, and we are going to use tree 4. Very fun. Tree 4 it'll be a 2 by 8 design, 8 by 2, 2 by 8 quilting design. All right, that's for filler block number 1. And then filler block number 2 is this teal with blue snowflakes on it. I think they're snowflakes. And we're going to start with this at 5 by 5. Make sure and back it with fusible stabilizer. And then your batting is also going to be 5 by 5. So 5 by 5 for your fabric and for your batting. And we are going to quilt this one with Winter 8. We haven't seen that one yet. That'll be fun. So Winter 8 in a 4 by 4 quilting design. All right, so just those 2 simple blocks, super easy. So like I said, I was thinking of doing a little stretch. I mean, like super little stretch. So this one, in my opinion, the fabric is too busy. I'm going to leave this as is. I think it'll be fine because if I recall, it's next to a snowflake, so it'll be pretty. This one I think will be perfect to add a little something, and just very small. I'm just going to add a word to it. That's it. And a bunch of us bought some new fonts because Stitchtopia was having a really big sale on all of their fonts. So actually, I'm going to add a link here. If you haven't bought fonts yet from Stitchtopia, this is my affiliate link with Stitchtopia. And I shared on Facebook a bunch of the different fonts that I have and different fonts that I've purchased. So I bought them and I have not unzipped them yet. I haven't done anything. And so I've shown on lots of videos how simple it is. You literally just unzip your file and then drag the BX format over to your workspace on Embellishment Essentials, and it loads them for you. That's all you do, but I'm going to show you how anyway. So one simple word, you can do it on your own. You can, for those that actually already made a donation to support our tutorials, I'm going to send you the one that I'm going to create. All right, so I will send that to you. You don't need to do anything. I've already got your email address, because remember, when you make a donation to Cristin Creates, either on PayPal or Venmo, you need to make sure to include your email address so that I can send you the freebie, and then also what project you're working on, because you may not be working on Enchanted with us, so I need to know what project, and then also what format. It's super important. I need to know what format that your machine, your embroidery machine uses. All right, so everyone that's already made a donation, I'm going to send you this file that I'm going to create today, and we just have those two simple blocks. It's going to be super easy, so let's go ahead and get started. Hi everyone, I'm at my computer now, so excuse my appearance here. I have literally been crawling under my desk repeatedly over and over again trying to make this video work and having lots of technical difficulties today. I don't know exactly why. It's kind of funny because my screen recorder, like everything else was okay, and then my screen recorder stopped working. It absolutely refused to show video or have sound, and so I tried another one on a different computer. No luck, just total problems. And it's funny because it's the day before my credit card is going to get hit with the video editing software resubscribe to this editing software, and the day before everything went bad. I'm like, do I really want to spend all that money if this thing isn't working? And I got it working, and I'm so thankful, because I was literally almost in tears a few minutes ago, just really frustrated, really frustrated. So anyway, this is what I look like. We're just gonna get through it. So I am going to open up Embellishment Essentials, and I'm gonna show you how to make a little change to one of the blocks if you choose. Totally up to you. So the first thing I always look at is the hoop size that I'm on. Right down here at the bottom, it says I'm on my 9x9 hoop. I haven't started testing this to see what will fit. I know we have two blocks, which you can absolutely do separately if you choose, but one of them is basically 2x8. The fabric is 9x3, and 5x5 for 4x4 design. So we need both of those. So really, well, let's just try some things and see what will fit and what won't. So I'm going to start by showing you what I came up with. So I made this block, I don't know, several days ago in anticipation, and then Stitchtopia had this huge sale on fonts, and a bunch of us bought new fonts, so that was pretty exciting. And so I may end up redoing it, but I'm also going to show you how to open those files and bring them into Embellishments. I've shown it on several videos, but I'm already getting questions again, so I'm just going to show you. It's so easy, so quick. So I'm just looking for the file that I originally already made. I believe I put it in here. Let's see. Yep. So I'm going to open the working file. So I've mentioned this before. When you do anything with fonts, you want to save it as a working file so that you can make changes to it if you choose. It also will tell you what font you used, whereas if you just save the stitch file, it's not going to tell you. You can't go back and go, oh, which font did I use? It won't tell you. But if you use the working file, it does. So there's the one that I created, and I think it's so cute, and I may just keep it, but I did buy some new fonts, and I want to show you how to do some different fonts anyway. So So all I did was I used the quilting design, and I am going to send you the Enchanted Word file for those that have already made a donation to the Cristin Creates tutorials, but it will not include the quilting design, of course. So just the Enchanted Word, or you can make your own. Absolutely. If you're one of those that bought a bunch of new fonts and you want to try them out, I'm going to show you how. Okay. So that's the file. And let's see, which design did I use? Will it tell me? There it is. So Stitchtopia Almond Cookies in a 1.25 inch. That's the original one that I made, and I already sized it and brought the letters together and all of that. So that one's all ready to go, but I may decide to try something different as well. So right now we want to see about what hoop size that we want, because we want this 2x8 design, and we also want the 4x4 design. So 4, 6, 8, and we're on... What am I on? I'm on my 10x6 hoop. Really? Why does that not look very big? Oh, 6x10. I was thinking my 10x16. Sorry, my mistake. My brain is so flustered today. Craziness today. So I'm on my 6x10 hoop. If we were to do the 8x12 hoop, I think we'd probably have enough room. You probably have enough. Let's just bring it in now so that you can see. There's probably enough room. No, I don't know. Anyway, let's just try. So I'm going to open up the folder, and I'm going to bring in the quilting design. And like I said, I will show you how to do that Enchanted, but right now I'm just looking at hoop size. So for the block 2, we want a 4x4 in Winter 8. So I'm just going to bring that in. I'm in my design files. I want to be in my quilting files right there. Winter 8 embroidery files, Pez, and I want a 4x4. I use Pez for my machine, so whatever format your machine uses is what you would want to open, of course. So you can see here's the 4x4 design, and there's not enough room obviously to fit both of them. I mean, let's just see. I don't think so. So I'm going to click on this. I'm just moving them around to see what fits. Oh, and my wording just moved. So actually I want to join those. I'm going to click undo, and I'm going to click on 1 and 2. I'm going to hit the control button to get both of them, or you could click from out here and drag over. And I'm just going to say edit group. So I just want to group those so that I can move them around without worrying about it. All right, so you can see there's not nearly enough room. There may not even be enough on an 8x12, but let's go ahead and try. So I'm going to go up to this preferences folder and click on 8x12 for the hoop and see what we've got. So did I tell you this before? I'm sure I've shown you on lots of videos actually, but down here at the bottom where it's got the hoop size, if you double click on that hoop, it turns it. And that's really helpful when you're working with fonts so that you can see it the way that it's really going to be. And then when you bring it to your machine, of course, it's going to place it the way that you need it, but it's really helpful for working with fonts so that you can, instead of being like, oh, sideways, yeah, it looks good, you can turn it. All right, so there's that. So 8x12 works totally fine. So this is my OCD. I need it centered. It doesn't matter, of course, but I do need it centered. Okay, so those two work perfectly fine in an 8x12 hoop. So if you've got an 8x12 hoop, or like I said, you can do these separately, it doesn't matter. All right, so that's all I'm going to do to that second one, because like I said, the fabric is just too busy, I think. If you did an applique on it, you could do an applique, but if you were to do stitching, it's just too busy of a fabric in my opinion. But this is your quilt your way. You can do it however you want. All right, so I didn't bring in that file, but you saw how when I brought this one in. So you just want to bring in both of the quilting designs. The first one was that 2x8 in tree 4. All right, 2x8 tree 4, and a vertical design, by the way. In a vertical design, you can see the trees this way. All right, so that looks really good. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and try a different font just to see how that looks. So I'm going to do File, New Page. I'm going to bring in that quilting design. Since I didn't do it before for you, I could just copy and paste it, but since I didn't already do it, I'm just going to bring this one in first. Why not? And I'm going to move it. I'm going to turn my hoop. So remember, double click on that and it moves your hoop for you. I am probably in a 6x10 hoop. I'm in an 8x12. Perfect. Okay, good. All right, so I'm just going to click on this design and move it out of the way. I'm clicking the down arrow button on my keyboard, or you can just use your mouse and move it, whatever works. All right, and then I'm going to bring in that other one, and actually I'm going to join these while I have it, and then I'll do the enchanted part separately. So then I'm not pulling my hoop on and off to be able to cut that batting. All right, so the first one was tree 4 in vertical. Embroidery files, block by block, Pez, and then tree 4 vertical, and we want 2 by 8 vertical right there. So I'm just grabbing it and dragging it over. You can do it that way, or you can go to merge stitch file. So the file comes in sideways. I'm going to click on that design, and I'm going to use these blue arrows here. I'm going to click that right arrow, and then it turns it for you. You can't use your arrow keys on your keyboard once you do that. I think that's funny. You have to click outside and then click on it again, and then you can use your arrow keys, or you can always use your mouse, whatever works for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, do I want to join these? I think I want to wait actually, because then I won't be able to center it. So I'm going to just wait a little bit. So all these default blues and oranges, we always do a color sort and get those joined together, but we'll do it in a moment. All right, so for now, I'm going to open up my downloads because I bought a bunch. Look at all of these from Stitchtopia. I bought 10 designs, 10 new fonts, so that's really fun. So they're having a great sale. I'll add my link here. I am an affiliate with Stitchtopia, and it gives a little kickback to our channel when you purchase fonts using my link. All right, so I'm going to try this Red Roses. So the key is you have to unzip it. So I'm going to click on this Red Roses. Somebody in our group recommended it, and Pink Peonies. That was a really fun one too. I'm going to try both of these. So I'm going to click Extract All. You got to extract the file before you can drag it over, and then it creates a new folder. And from there, you just look at how easy this is. Click on the BX fonts. And by the way, there was a question, what format do you want to buy when you're using Embrilliance Essentials, and you want the BX font. But I heard, I don't remember her name, one of the gals in our group shared that if you buy the format that works for your machine, like I would buy Pez, it comes with BX. So either way, I didn't want more files on my computer, and so I just downloaded the BX font, but you could buy whatever format you use for your machine, and then it will come with the BX. But the BX is what you want to load to Embrilliance, because that's what works super easily with Embrilliance. So like I said, highlight the BX fonts and then just drag it over, and then watch. We'll close this down so you can see what happens. Look at that. All these have been installed. All the different sizes of Red Roses has already been installed. Done. Easy. Literally click on them and drag them over. All right, super easy. So I'm going to try that first one, the Red Roses, and see what it looks like with these words. So with these letters. So that's the thing, is you always want to see how it looks with the letters that you're using. And I've chosen the word Enchanted. You can use whatever word you want. So I'm going to go to Stitchtopia. Stitchtopia, all of their fonts, they say the Stitchtopia and then the font name. So it makes it really easy to find them. So I'm going to go to this Red Roses. I think I'll try 1 inch first and see how that fits. All right, so I changed it to Red Roses. You saw that when you go up here to this create letters, you click on that, and then it brings in ABC, and from there we'll change the wording and change the font style, or the font. All right, so I'm going to go to text. I'm highlighting text where it says ABC, and I'm going to say Enchanted, and then click return, and it makes that word for you. I think it's probably a little too small. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and change it to the 1 1/4 and see how that looks. Yeah, that's much better. Maybe even a tiny bit bigger. Let's just see. Let's try 1 1/2. And might work. Let's see. So the key thing, I mentioned this on the sweater video, I like to bring my letters down to a line, any of the lines that you can see in your workspace, so that you can get them all centered how you want them to be. And then I showed on this video, on the sweater video also, that you click on that middle green square and then click on the bottom one, and it brings all the letters with you when you're moving them. So like, see this C, when on the script fonts, there's another way too I showed, but on the C, you can see it's a little bit farther away. So when I click on that middle letter, it's clicking the C, but if I click on this bottom arrow on the C, then it drags all of them over. So see that? I like that. I think that makes it so much easier. So you just go through and you change them that way of how the look that you want, whatever look that is that you want. You may want them more jumbled together, you may want them further apart, you may want some up, some down, whatever works for you. You just go through here, and I like to do it this way. I'll show you the other way, but I prefer this way personally, just because it's a little bit more controlled. You're getting it how you want it by moving the letters in the direction that you want. All right, so that's really cute, really good. So once you have it the way that you like it, go ahead and bring it up to the block that you want it in. The other thing is we can do an align and distribute. I'm going to do that. I'm going to click on number 2. I showed this I've shown this in lots of videos as well, but so I'm going to click on number 2, which is the quilting design for that block, and then I'm going to hold down my control button on my keyboard and click on the letters, and then I have both of those selected, and I can go to Utility, Align and Distribute, and click Center, and it will center it within that block, so I can see it here. All right, you saw it move down just a little bit. All right, so that's great. Now we know that that's centered. That's really cute. So that's our second one. This is using red roses from Stitchtopia. And here's the first one. I think I like that one better with these letters. Again, it really depends on the letters and the look that you're going for. All right, so that looks really good. I like that. That's fun. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say File, New Page. And I'm going to go back to that second tab, and I'm going to highlight these since I already showed you how to do it. And I'm going to say Control C, and then go to that third tab and say Control V like victory to paste it. I am going to change that hoop so that I can see it all. I didn't do an align and distribute yet. I haven't done any of the things right now. I'm just deciding on a font. All right. And doing a little comparison. So I'm going to go ahead and on this one, I'm just going to change it. But first I need to bring over another new font. I'm going to try that Pink Peonies. That was a fun one. Sorry, I don't know how to get my other computer to stop dinging every time I get a message and stuff. I'll look into that because that's annoying. All right, so here I'm back at my downloads folder, and when you purchase a design, it may go to your downloads folder, it may go to your desktop. You set that up how you want it. All right, I have one computer that it goes to my desktop, and this one it goes to my downloads folder, and that works for me. All right, so I'm going to extract the folder for the Pink Peonies, and there it is. Close this, move this over. All right, and you can do it while you're in a design. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and highlight all of the BX fonts and drag it over. And there's our message that it's been loaded. I'm just going to close this so it's out of our way. And all of these have been installed. So now I can click on that enchanted word, and I'm going to click on the little, what do you call it? This little arrow here in the properties window, and I'm going to look for that Pink Peonies. So Stitchtopia Pink Peonies, I'm going to try the 1.5 inch. Ooh, look at that. That's a fun one. I like that. All right, so again, I'm going to bring it down to a line where I can see it well, and I'm going to make the changes I want. On this one, I'm going to show you the other way of doing it. You can do it this way. See these little buttons over here, slant, space, word, space? If you click on this space, you can see it will bring them together. And that's a good way, but see how the T and the E are jumping together, which not a big deal because we can make all the changes we want to make, but that can at least get it started, especially on a script font where you want the letters closer together or joining, not so much closer together, but joining. So I'm going to just from here, I'm going to make the changes that I want because I want a little bit more. I like it closer, but that T and E jumbled so much together that having them closer is kind of not working. All right, I might want this H a little further away. Let's see. Just a tiny bit. All right, and then the A, that looks pretty good. The N, I think over a little bit more. And then see this T, I'm going to go to the E. So I'm just clicking on that middle green square, and then on this bottom square, I can move both of the E and the D over. And so that clicking those arrows that I showed earlier to automatically change the spacing, that's a good start, but you still obviously may have some other changes that you need to make. This one might actually be too big now that I've made all these changes to it. All right, so I'm going to just bring it up here. It's not. Look at that. It looks really good. Woohoo. All right. I might like that better. That's Pink Peonies. One of the gals in our group suggested it, and oh, it's so pretty. I like that. That's fun. Very fun. You could even bring your T a little higher if it connects. I wouldn't want it to connect personally, but that's a personal choice. All right, so I'm going to click on that, not Winter 8, the next one. So Tree 4, and then hit the Control button and click the letters, and I'm going to do a Utility Align and Distribute, and center, apply, and it moved down just a little bit, and that looks really good. I like that. So then you can quickly go through your new fonts, see what you like. So this was my original one. What was this one? I don't remember. If I click on the word, it'll tell me. Almond Cookies. So that is super pretty. I really like it, but it's not really thick the way that the Roses one was. Not Roses, Pink Peonies. Look at that's fun. I think I might go with that one. So that looks really good. That's really fun. You can leave your block as is, or you can make changes to it. Totally up to you, completely up to you. All right, and I think I'm gonna go with this one. I really like that one too. I like all of them. I love fun fonts. That's cool. All right, so this is all good. Since the word is at the bottom, we don't have to worry about the color sort. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a color sort now. So I'm on my 8x12 hoop. I've got my wording. I like it. I've got the quilting design. Super fun. Again, for those that made a donation to the Cristin Creates tutorials, I'll add a link here on PayPal. You can also do it on Venmo. There's a link under the video for both of those. I will automatically send you the word file that I make, or you can do it on your own. Absolutely. Super fun. All right, so that looks really good. I'm going to do a color sort. So I'm going to click Utility, Color Sort, and it's reduced it by 7 changes. As I always say, 7 colors. As I always say, click New View. All right, and look at it, changed it. That's funny. So we do have to move that. I didn't think about that. Let me see here. Can I do that while it's still on here? I'm going to click. I clicked on, so it brought everything into one design, so that's perfect. So then I'm going to just rotate it. There we go, because everything's together, but I just want to check it and make sure everything's there. So there's the placement. It joined everything. So we forgot to do the colors. See, my brain is so rattled today. Sorry. So that won't work. So the cool thing is that since we clicked a new tab, since it created a new tab for us, we know that, oops, that one did not work. So we're going to just delete that one, and we can come back to the original one and we can do our color sort. Here's another thing to notice. If you get to your objects window and there's nothing there and you're like, what happened? Just click. It's all right. It comes right back. Don't worry. All right. So we need to change these colors so that the parts that we want to join will join and the parts we don't want to join will not join. All right. So there's all of our colors. So I'm going to click on, I'm just going to change all of them. You really could just do the secondary ones. I'm going to do that just for time space. All right. So you can see we've got default blue, default orange. We want to change these. The third and the fourth one. So I'm clicking on 1, 3, and then click on the color in the properties window, and I'm just going to change it to Oriental Blue. That's the first color that comes up for me. And then 1, 4, click on the color, and I'm going to change it to Pumpkin. All right, and then we can keep this the 1 and the 2 just like, because those will join with that, but we want the 3 and the 4 to be the same as the colors we used here so that those will join. All right, so I'm going to click on 2, 3, click on the color. Looks like we've got that blue on both. It's not though. It's okay. 2, 3, click on the color, and I want Oriental Blue. And then 2, 4, click on the color, and I want Pumpkin. All right, and then we have turquoise and turquoise. Now, I'm going to change these. You can have it, if you're going to have the same color of quilting, then it won't stop for you. But if you're going to have a different color, which I don't know yet at this point what I'm going to use, and so I want to make a stop. So I want one to be turquoise and one to be something else. So I'm going to click on 2, 5, click on the color, and I'm going to choose the first color that comes up for me, that's Sprout. All right, and then the letters are different. Let's make sure. Color, it's Wilcom Cyan, so it's different. We don't have to worry about that. All right, so now it should, when we do our color sort, it should come out the way that we want it to. Let's see here. Yeah, good. All right, so I'm going to do a utility color sort. And it's reduced it by 4 color changes. I'm going to click New View, and again, there it is sideways. Well, it's not sideways, it should be sideways, so it fits in the hoop. All right, so I turned it. So there we go. There's the first one, placement, and a placement for the batting on both of the blocks, the tack down of the batting on both blocks, the placement for the main fabric on both blocks, and the tack down of the main fabric. And that's so nice because since our fabric is a little bit bigger, it will actually tack down, so that's very helpful. All right, and then we've got the first quilting design, which is that bottom one, and then the second quilting design is the top one, and then the wording on top that we created on our own. So fun. All right, that was super easy. Lots of technical difficulties today, and I'm sorry this video is going to be delayed a little bit because just problems. So I'm going to say save stitch file as, and now I want to navigate to my folder where I have my, let's see, Cristin thumb. Oh, I've got it in my Dropbox folder. I forgot. So I need to find that. Hold on just a second. It's just asking you, where is this folder that you want me to save this in? That's what it's asking you. All right, and I'm going to say Enchanted Winter. And I think I'll put it in Final Folder, Embroidery Files. And I'm going to name it my hoop size, which I'm using my 8x12 hoop, and I'm going to say section 1 borders. Maybe I'll call them fillers. Okay, save. And I'm going to send it to my machine. I don't think it will because I'm having problems with this. I have to save it. I have to change the name of it, and I thought it let me do that one time. Let's see here. Utility. I'm going to do a, so we really should have saved it as a stitch file and working file anyway, because it's got the wording. So I'm sorry, I'm thinking of what I named it, 8x12. I'm going to name that. Do I want to replace it? Yes, I do. All right, so there's my working file and my stitch file. And when I do that, see, it gives it the name. The name that you named it will come up here. And for some reason, that helps to send it to your computer if you're having difficulty. I never used to until I did a reinstall of my Embrilliance, and now it doesn't like it when I send it without a name on it. So whatever works, you know, no big deal. And again, if you don't have a machine that is Wi-Fi ready, then you can just save it to a USB stick and bring it over to your machine. And we're ready. So again, anyone that made a donation, I am going to send you that enchanted word. It will not include the quilting design, but I will send an outline so that you can line it up easily, or you can make your own. I'm happy, excited to see what everyone comes up with. Whatever word you use, whatever font you use, make sure to share so that we can all enjoy that. And if we see a font that we like, we're not bugging you with too many questions. Make sure to tell us what font you're using. All right, let's get stitching. my shirt today. I'm actually wearing a shirt that is not embroidered because I embroidered the vest. So the vest I found on Amazon, it's a Land's End vest, if I recall, or maybe the blue one is Land's End. This one is just an Amazon one. So I will add a link up on my Amazon storefront for this vest. I have a couple of vests now. I think they're so cute. And I added this gnome to it. It's from Linny Penny. It's an older design that I've had for a long time. And I thought it was so cute on this. So how fun, right? Because it's kind of cold, kind of not cold. The vest is perfect. And like I said, we're going to the movies tonight. And it's always cold in the movie theater. So I'm bringing my vest. So that's what I've got on today. And always check my Amazon storefront. I've always got lots of fun things in there that I have embroidered on that I've found fun and useful and so forth. So just a simple one today, just a vest. If you haven't embroidered on a puffy vest before, it's the exact same technique. So tear away stabilizer in your hoop and put on that I think I used, actually it looks like I used tearaway on just the tearaway. I didn't line it because I didn't want to iron it. That was why. I remember I didn't feel comfortable ironing a nylon vest. And so I just used the tearaway and that worked out perfectly. So easy to do. So I can't wait to see what you make. There's been so many people that have been posting their Enchanted Winter sweaters. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love all the different ones. And did you see our sponsor, Cristin, made one, and she did a totally different design, not completely different, but she is part of the wording and all of the snowflakes and all of the things, and she added a penguin. So super, super cute. Everybody's been making really fun shirts. And how are you doing with your goals? So I'm doing better at not responding to every little thing. And you know what's making it easier for me is because people in our group are helping each other. Like, that's huge to me. I'm so thankful. So when people ask questions, there's been lots of different questions, little things that are in the tutorial, but they haven't watched the tutorial yet or whatever. And so people are responding and saying, oh, Cristin says this or that in the video. And I'm like, yay, that's so helpful. And it makes it easier on my goal. I'm not having to do every little thing and stop everything that I'm working on to go and answer the things that are already in the video. So that's super helpful. So my other goal is running and hiking and doing all the things for building bone density. And so today I did, I think, a little over 5 miles, and it was a lot for me. It was a good push. I was like full of sweat after I did it, but I feel good about it. I dropped down, so I'm in that challenge with 10 other people, and I dropped down to, I think, number 6. I think last time I checked, I was at number 5, and then I was at number 6. And I did take Sunday off. I took Sunday off from exercise, and I didn't work as much on Sunday. I enjoyed some time with my husband. So that was good, but it did make me drop down in the challenge. So, and that's okay. I'm totally all right with that. I think I probably have 40-ish miles. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't checked Strava. I'm on Strava, and Strava, I have a spreadsheet. I'm like super crazy about documenting all of my things so that I can meet my goals. That's why. So anyway, so I will check. I'll add the information on here of where I am, but probably ranked to number 5 or number 6, and that's fine. My goal is 80 miles in the month of October, and there's only 9 days left, or 8 days, because I already did my workout today. So we'll see. I very likely may not make my goal this month for the first time in as long as I can remember, and that's okay, because I've been working really hard. As long as I'm still making time for me, and so I don't get super overwhelmed with this embroidery project, and I'm working it, so that's good. I've been seeing everybody commenting and telling me how they're doing with their goals, and I'm loving that. Super fun seeing everybody cleaning out their craft room and getting caught up on old UFO projects and staying up on this project. Everybody's working really hard and doing really great. I love it.